Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Coppell Community Sports Center here just off the campus of Trinity College in Hartford for tonight's CIAC Division II quarterfinal matchup between your number 1 seeded Guilford Indians and the number 8 seeded Wildcats of Suffield, Granby, Windsor Locks. I'm Dean Cornelio, Jeff Horton behind the camera. The Indians coming into play tonight, 11-8-2. They're coming off a tough loss in the SEC semis a week ago, losing with 15 seconds left to hand. The Wildcats enter play 11-9 overall, 4-2 in their NHC conference. They won a first-round game over Fairfield Ward Ludlow 3-1 to advance here tonight. Indians start Chad Faulkner, Filosa, Derek Nelson, Ryan Moore, Fitzgerald, Ring, and Horton on the offensive unit. And Nick Bergio in net for Suffield, Brendan Leonardi, Tom Petrovita on defense for Curtanis, Powers, and Ash, the forward unit. And we also welcome in John Knapp to the everybody. Broadcast. Thank you, John, for joining us. Dean. I'm
glad to be here.
And a quick outlet, here's Matty Horton. Horton had it deflected and poked by the defenseman. Petrovita. Play along the boards.
First thing I noticed, Dean, was some quick passes by Guilford.
Right on the tape. They've had a week to work together and practice. They didn't have to play in the first round. They had a bye as the number 1 seed. Moore. These teams met last year, if you'll recall.
Right here,
the Indians are on a very similar path to what they did last year. Ryan Moore, the shot. Goaltender makes the stop. Puck lay loose. And it's cleared around the boards by Curtanis. And out of the zone, dumped down. And so Indians beat the Suffield team 5-1 in the quarterfinals last year right here at Trinity. On this ice. Faulkner Filosa the stop. He holds the rebound and covers. They are, as I mentioned, on a very similar path. Whoever wins tonight, if the Indians were to get by this game, they would meet the winner of Wilton Trumbull. If they meet Trumbull again, guess who they beat in the semis last year against at Yale? Trumbull. It would be the same opponents potentially, or at least after here tonight definitely, and potentially in the semifinals if the Indians get there. Garrett Solkins. Play at center. It's Venter. Compared to the SEC semis, a sparse crowd here tonight.
That's right. Well, it's a long trip for everybody here,
I think.
It is.
In West Haven, it was a raucous crowd.
Yeah,
Late penalty coming up against the Wildcats for cross-checking.
I didn't see it. It looked like it was John Venter was a victim of that cross-check, Dean. But the Indians have done a great job in the last 3 or 4 games holding back retaliation.
Ed Motherway, the guilty party, and he's in the box. Indians on the early man advantage. Nelson, the one touch, broken up and sent back. Talking to Coach Russo before the game, he felt his team had the athletic advantage, the skating advantage, but Suffield parks 2 big defensemen in front of its net and really keeps opponents out of there. So it's harder for teams to score. They like to jump on out to the lead early. He thinks the first period is going to be an important one. A pad save there, and the shot by Moore, and the goaltender covers for the whistle. So Coach Russo felt the first period is going to be important because Suffield is a team that gets out early. The Indians at times have had trouble finishing early, and games have remained close.
That's right. Guilford seemed to have been playing from behind most of this season. Here's an opportunity for Matt Horton.
And yeah, Horton lost his edge. Horton again, behind the net. Gives a look. 2 men going to the front. Ring had a goal and an assist against Han in the SEC semi. Look out. There's a break possibly for Suffield. Moore, a good play to lift the stick and take his man off the puck. That was Dylan Rupp. Horton the other way. Blocked. Fitzgerald on the backhand. Couldn't get it on goal. Solkins in to help. Gets it low to Fitz. Walking in. Fitzgerald. Tried to leave it for Horton. Cataruza, top the circle, shooting, redirect. Horton still with it, just under 40 seconds left on the man advantage. Opening 3 minutes of the first period, no score. Cataruza And Cataruzza still has it.
He's not done yet.
He is not. It's 3 opportunities there in front, did Zach. And finally, it's dumped down the ice.
20 seconds left in the Guilford power play.
Venter to James Mackey. The return, and Venter trying to headman the play. Turn it over, and it's dumped back down the ice by Ian Stevens.
And that'll end the power play advantage for Guilford.
So I'm sure Coach Russo would have liked it in that instance to try and get out early and take advantage of that opportunity that he's talked about. Trying to jump out early tonight instead of letting Suffield do that, or any opponent for that matter.
Yeah, well, that's right. Dean, is it my imagination, or is this rink wider than what Guilford's used to? It might be our angle.
It's funny you say that. I talked to another coach from Newington Berlin, who, by the way, had quite a game here last night, trailing forward to their Division III #1 seed. Look out, turnover by Mike Ring, and
nice
Chad
save.
Faulkner-Filosa bails him out. He made the stop on Mike Thompson. That shot goes wide, so Mike Ring has to give a little tap to Faulkner-Filosa and thank him for bailing him out on that one.
Derek Baddock with a big hit. Penalty coming up on the Indians. Yep, they're going to call Derek Baddock
for a charge.
So Guilford will find themselves in a penalty kill situation. Down a man, 10:20 left first period, 0-0 the score.
Back to your point about the wider ice surface, one of the other coaches from Newington Berlin mentioned how his son played here at Trinity. Trinity purposely built this rink wider to have a home ice advantage. The regular rink is 85 by 100, or excuse me, 200, 100 by 200, 85 by 200. This one is 90. Or 90, I think he said 90, so an extra 2.5 feet on each side.
Right.
So the angles are different.
Right.
Which plays to Trinity's advantage when they're here and they practice here. So they gave themselves a little bit of an edge. And now other teams do have to adjust when they come in, though. You're absolutely right.
You could see it. You could see it in having this high elevation. You could see the passing that Guilford was doing. I think Guilford adjusted to it very quickly.
Indians on the penalty kill. Baddock was penalized for charging. Slapped down.
Dare I say that was the best hit Derek Baddock had since his last penalty.
A minute left on the penalty kill for Guilford. Cutting around Matty Doyle. Now they're trying to get around Nelson. It's Doyle, and he sends it right down the middle of the ice between the point man, Jake King, and
Matty Horton chasing.
Doyle looking for Horton. Horton's going to get there first.
Got time to set it up. He's got a man.
He has Doyle. Reverses it, gets it down to Doyle. And it's taken by King. 30 seconds left on the power play. Venter, bouncing puck. Sent deep by Dylan Rupp. Cataruzza left it.
That's the 4th puck I've seen tonight that's been left on the ice from an overpass.
Doyle with the hit. Venter has it. Indians are still shorthanded. They can still dump the puck out. I don't know if they realize that. And Doyle gets it to the Suffield line. Final seconds ticking off of the Baddock minor. Indians at full strength. Just over 8 minutes to play, first period. No score. Dean Cornelio, John Knapp, Jeff Horton with you. CIAC Division II quarterfinal matchup. Guilford Indians, Suffield Wildcats. Venter. Have a little communication here. Indians got a little pep talk before the game here by Principal Masenti. Was on the bench.
Good for him.
On the bench, shouting, giving him some enthusiasm. So it never hurts. Look out. Bounce. Bad bounce for the Indians. Good bounce for Suffield. Mike Thompson got it right on goal.
That was quite a ricochet off the boards.
Yeah, and Faulkner-Filosa able to make the stop.
Again.
Chad played a good game against Hand. Also got some help from the post. And Brian Donahue has it. Donahue looking upstairs. And the goaltender got a piece of it.
Boy, that sort of looked like one of the alley-oop plays you see in basketball, didn't it?
And that's that extra little space you might be referring to. They got the pass off the boards nicely. Donahue setting up in front. Comes back to the point to Moore. Moore blocked at the defense.
It's a 4-on-2 rush coming up ice.
Carried out and sent in by Anthony Munson. Baddock. He'll set it down, and that's going to go for icing. Baddock's got to take that extra stride to avoid the icing.
Line.
Mental mistake there.
Right.
6:42 to go. Indians face off in the Indian zone. So the goaltender Bergio all set. We are back to live action. Oh, they score. That's a bad bounce for the Indians. Billy Ring quick to go over and give some encouragement to Faulkner Filosa, but Suffield on the board quickly after that break.
Chad thought that puck was going to bounce out in front of him, and it hit the edge of the puck and ricocheted right over his stick. There's really not much Chad could do on that one.
We'll have to wait for the official call on who's going to get credit for that goal.
Sometimes those are the hardest goals to stop.
Venter, and here's Cataruzza to Doyle. This is what the Indians wanted to avoid, getting behind early. And we get the whistle right in front of the Suffield bench. Mackey, Sulkins, and Doyle out for the Indians. Picked up by Pedravita. Drew Ash gets credit for the goal. So Ash gives Suffield the lead here in the first. Doyle flips it in toward Bergio. Good work by Sulkins. Garrett trying to use his body to get that puck away. Now Cataruzza with the keep. Mackey. Donahue in front. Venter has it. He's got a good shot. And gloved by Bergio on the left point drive by John Venter.
They've been able to pick up a couple rebounds off that the goalie the first time. That time he scooped it right in the glove.
Bergio has a 3.35 goals against average in 15 games for the Wildcats. Sent near wall. That's Curtanis, number 19, sending out Curtanis as their leading scorer with 24 points. 15 goals for number 19 in the blue. Nelson. Donahue again in front by himself. The Indians have to find that man. Brian Donahue has twice been there on this shift. Here's Moore. Off the boards, intended for Ring. Donahue with a hit on Pedravita. Moore carries up. Ryan trying to split two Suffield players. Instead, it's taken by Kyle Tenzar. Nelson will flip it high in the air. Tenzar. That's Billy Ring. Look out. Near interception. Curtanis, that's not the man you want to intercept it either. Baddock and Fitzgerald. Fitz works it free. Right on the Suffield stick. Here's Nelson. Nelson leaving it for Horton. And a good stop by Bergio on the 2-on-1 chance there. Indians fortunate not getting caught on a bad line change just moments ago. As Baddock went off the ice, Suffield player was coming in for the loose puck. He would have had daylight had the other Indians player not come back. 4 minutes to go, first period, 1-0 Suffield. Oh, Fitzgerald nearly intercepted that one. And that's an icing call against the Wildcats. Another one where one more stride, it would have avoided it, but the Indians will take the whistle deep. John, these teams have, Venter shoots it wide. These teams have 5 common opponents. Indians 3-3 against those opponents. Suffield 4-3 against those opponents. Suffield has outscored Fermi, North Branford, Milford, the Windsor Avon Farmington team, and Wethersfield by a score of 22-20. The Indians have been outscored 18-14 by those teams. So pretty similar stats, close. But Cataruzza touches it. Indians are going to be penalized as the official points toward, I think, both of them. Salkins and Munson will go coincidental penalties. So Salkins and Munson, coincidental minors. No manpower disadvantage either way. Brian Donahue tried to play it to himself. Nearly did. Here's Cataruzza. Cataruzza takes a tumble. Nice intercept by Mike Ring. Plays it back to Venter. Off the boards, intercepted. Carried in. Here's Donahue. Suffield bench want him to get it deep. They were unable to do so. Now the Indians forge ahead. It's Donahue who's going to get there first. Baddock in front. Oh, the Suffield player got his stick in the way and cleared the zone. Thought Donahue was going to get there first. Venter. And Baddock will backhand it in. Big collision there between Baddock and Max Marson. Moore. And it's taken over by the Wildcats. Nice move. Still in his skates, and Faulkner-Filosa covers up as Tom Pedravita took it all the way to the net.
There were sticks all over that puck, yet none made contact.
Indians, that shot goes wide. Guilford has not come into the tournament on a high. They've lost 5 out of 6, including that SCC semifinal game. So with a week of practice, hopefully they were able to work out some kinks, get some confidence back.
That's right.
Because a couple of the games have not gone their way. A couple of late losses. There's Fitzgerald. Can he get there? Now it's Horton. He'll shoot one. Scores! Matt Horton somehow finds right over the goaltender's shoulder. And Fitzgerald with a little help. The Indians tie it up with 2:01 to go.
Fantastic. Congratulations, Matty Horton. The hammer is able to get enough a wrist shot on that to almost flip it over the goalie's shoulder. I didn't see it get misdirected, but who knows?
Now the goalie may have gone down a little early, right? And Horton able to find it. The back of the net, so great job by him. The freshman gets the Indians going. Here's again a shot. Nelson cranks the post. Glove down by Moore. Moore makes one move. Got to get it on goal. He tried to make one too many moves, John.
That's right.
Picked up by Fitzgerald, trying to find some room for himself through center. Fitz will send it in. Icing waved off. When
you have the control of that puck inside the blue zone, you do not have a lot of time to be handling that puck.
Indians.
Number 5, Matt Horton gets credit for the goal.
And look out, possible break, but Nelson's going to get back. And Nelson made a good play, not only to get back, to get a skate on the pass. How many times have we seen him hustle back? Now, Fitzgerald scampering through center. Backhanding glove save by Bergio. And they'll hold on with 1:01 to go in the period. Mackey on the faceoff for Guilford. Wins it back cleanly. Venter. That shot deflected into the corner. Now behind the net. Montesi was back there. Pedravita worked it away from him. Doyle working the wall. And Venter will have to skate back. Suffield putting 3 men deep in on the forecheck. Now Indians work it out the other way. Donahue. That's Mike Ring. Sent around. Near boards. Venter gets a stick on that. Donahue has it. The return intended for Baddock. And they're able to clear the zone. That was Tyler Powers. And look out, Cataruzza. Oh, what an opportunity. Faulkner-Filosa made the save. A great move by Ryan Curtanis. Got 15 goals for the Wildcats this year. Baddock ahead to Donahue. So Faulkner-Filosa, good stop on Curtanis. As time runs out, the Indians with one last break there. So, pretty evenly played first period. Suffield got out to the lead, but the Indians were able to answer, which is a positive step. At times, they've kind of let the lead linger for the other team and have to really fight back in the third period.
Until 5 minutes left in the third.
So, but it was a goal at first by Drew Ash for Suffield, answered by Matty Horton of the Indians. So, after one period of play, Guilford Indians and Suffield Wildcats are knotted at 1. We are back for the start of second period action here from Trinity College. Indians and Wildcats knotted up at 1. CIAC Division II semifinal matchup. The winner will take on either Wilton or Trumbull, who both won first round games. Wilton beat New Milford 2-1. Trumbull beat Watertown Pomperour 6-0. They have the number 4 and 5 seeds. And to tell you, the lower half of the bracket is littered with SCC opponents that the Indians are very familiar with.
That's right.
If they were to make it to the finals, is Hand, Brantford, North Brantford, and Milford are all alive and meeting in the quarterfinals tonight at different facilities. Billy Ring, center to that's Horton. Horton brings it up top. Moore, hard pass. Moore kept it in, deflected off the defenseman. That was Brendan Leonardi, and he put it up into the net over the glass for a whistle.
I tell you that one thing, the team who advances from here, Dean, gets to play down in New Haven at the Whale.
Yeah.
And I don't know about you, I like going to the Whale better than I like coming up here.
For me, this is closer, but that's selfish.
As nice as this rink
selfish.
is, Yale's better.
Here's Fitzgerald. And Moore backed up. It's taken by Curtanis, and Faulkner-Filosa got a stick on it.
Little confusion with the defenseman.
Little miscommunication there. Curtanis leaves it along the boards. Kept deep. That's Nelson. Not out. Slapper. Fitzgerald gets a stick on it. Still in. Backhander on goal. Faulkner-Filosa the stop. Curtanis has it. Centers. Fitzgerald is there, and he has the outlet. It's Horton. And the slapper goes wide. Sent down the ice. That will go for icing as it was sent down by Ryan Curtanis. Puck is dropped. Sulkins right back to Venter. The shot right on. A pad save. Rebound off the post. That's twice the Indians have cranked the post. That time, I believe it was Doyle hitting the post. First period, it was Derek Nelson. So,
boy, you like
is that
to
how
see
this
those?
One's going to go?
Yeah, I hope not. I hope not.
Here's Cataruza walking in, shooting. That went off of the defenseman, Munson. Trying to center.
Wow.
That was Sulkins trying to carry it in front. And
James Mackey was standing there by himself.
he was. Cataruza, a good play to get a stick on it. Sulkins gloves it down. Dumps it in. Sulkins knocks it down to the high stick. Donahue plays it, and the whistle face off.
So how does that work? If there's a high stick,
comes back into the
Suffield's got a chance to pick it up and go? Okay.
Yes, Suffield has a chance to pick it up and go. However, if it's touched by the same team, it comes back into their defending zone.
Right, I got you.
So that's why the faceoff is to the right of Faulkner-Filosa. 12:57 to play second period. Still 1-1. Horton, who has the Indians' lone goal tonight. Trying to work it out of the zone. Tough to see down there from our vantage point. Venter reverses. Indians playing with it behind their net. Billy Ring goes back to the point. The shot never got through. Rebound try wide. Another opportunity right on side of that, trying to jam it home.
Guilford having a hard time controlling the puck.
Indians able to alleviate some of the pressure, but Suffield right back in. Pass across. Good job by Cataruza to get a stick on it. Fitzgerald, the backhand pass blindly, goes to the Suffield line. Cataruza has Fitzgerald. Fitzy going for a line change, so he dumps it deep. King. Now it's Doyle. Doyle in his last shift just hit the post. Here's Venter. Vonnie carrying it up over the line. On his backhand, has a man in the middle. Takes the shot from the angle that got blocked and out of the zone. Nelson to Venter. Coach Russo shouting instructions at his defense. Over Nelson. And sent down. That's Venter. Leaves it for Mackey. James, nice look across. Right on the stick of Nelson. Indians are offsides. And that gets by Mike Thompson. No icing though. Mackey bumps him. And Ditt plays it along the boards to Baddick. Behind Donahue. Picked up by Petrovita. A lot of back and forth here. Not many shots on goal.
That's right. That's right. This
no
game.
Sustained.
I think the team that's going to control that neutral ice is going to have a big advantage in this game, Dean.
One thing to point out in terms of the Suffield Wildcats and their seeing how long, this team, one thing like I mentioned earlier, Coach wanted to do was wear them down. And how, there's the net comes off its moorings. And
they're called Brian Donahue.
For a hook.
Yeah, I don't know, Dean. That I didn't see the action. I just saw the Suffield player go flying into the net, knock it off its moorings. Obviously, he was sent in there by Brian Donahue. For what reason, I don't know. Brian's not the type of kid that would do that maliciously. But he does get called for a 2-minute penalty.
For the hook. So, one thing to note on this, you mentioned the ice rink, the surface, the wider.
The width, yeah.
Don't forget, the Suffield Wildcats' home ice is the Enfield Twin Rinks. That's like playing in a box.
Oh, small?
So that's about half the size of this place.
Is that right?
So in terms of working into, number one, wearing down the opponent, Suffield's not used to this size surface. So we'll see if that does factor in later.
I tell you what, it looks like Guilford. Looks like Derek Nelson had dropped his stick and Suffield.
Yep.
Yeah, Suffield had thrown it away, and
that's a delay of game penalty, and they're calling the Indians now. A penalty coming up to Guilford. To Fitzgerald.
Well, they call Jack Fitzgerald for something.
I think it's an unsportsmanlike. Or a board.
We'll get the call in a minute.
Might be boarding, but now it's a 5-on-3. This could be a key point of the game here. And now the official gets in the way. So it's just like
you have a hard enough time clearing the zone.
Look out, good chance. And Faulkner Filosa able to make the stop. They try to just sneak that one through the pads.
Chad had to reach behind him, but he stopped it.
Big stop there for Faulkner Filosa. Boarding the call. That was a boarding. And Faulkner Filosa got a glove on that. Penalty coming up. Think on the Wildcats this time.
Looks like Derek Nelson took a ride into the boards with a Wildcat on his back, which will help the Indians kill this penalty. So it's going to be 4-on-3 here for 50 seconds, Dean, before the teams equalize.
Drew Ash for hooking. Icing waved off. Ryan Moore off the boards. Not out. Turning around. That's Powers. Powers still with it behind the net. Powers comes near side. Works it to the point. Gets it across. Wide open top the circle. Shooting one. Stick save. Faulkner Filosa into the net. And a souvenir for one of the fans. So in 25 seconds, Brian Donahue will be out of the box. It'll be 4-on-4 for 1:10. And then Jack Fitzgerald will come out. The Indians have a brief power play, barring any further calls, of course. That bounces by the Suffield defense. Billy Ring giving chase. Set up the boards by Padravita. Moore with a hit as Tyler Powers dumps it in. 4-on-4 now. Donahue's out of the box. Ring held up. Horton in to help him. Billy. They're able to work it out somehow on all fours. He still got it out of the zone. Backhand flip to Ring. Cross ice over here for Horton. Horton giving chase on number 32, Leonardi. That was Doyle. And now the other way, Ryan Curtanis. And Suffield is offsides, and Curtanis takes a shot at Horton after the whistle. The official says something to him. We know the Hammer likes to get under the skin of some of the opponents, and he did to Curtanis on that one. Venter plays it back to the defense, Cataruzza. That's Horton. Horton trying to pick up the speed. Leaves it for Cataruzza. Takes the shot. And a blocker save. Now trying to sneak it in there. Short side. Fitzgerald. Cataruzza has an opportunity, and somehow it didn't go in. A great stop by Nick Bergio. Slapper off the post. Bergio got a piece of it. Again, third post. That one by Venter. It's been Nelson, Doyle, and Venter who've all hit posts. Here's Venter again. Trying to go short side. Pad save Bergio. 7 minutes to go, second period. A flurry of action here for the Guilford Indians. Doyle working against Jake King.
Both teams are full strength now.
Horton on his backhand. Takes the hit. He's not the one who goes down. Off the boards. And here's Cataruzza. Cataruzza held up by Ian Stevens. That's Fitzgerald. Fitzy. Skedaddling through center. Cutting wide. Mackey in front. Oh, he tried to sneak it in the short side. Did Fitzgerald. Now to the point. Cataruzza winding. Slapping wide. And Suffield will gladly take an icing as it just ekes by Chad Faulkner-Filosa, and the faceoff will come back to the Suffield zone.
Well, I tell you, Dean, when Guilford has a chance to set up their offense, it's very formidable and getting some quality shots.
Another post, though. That's 3 tonight. That's what happened to Daniel Hand last game in the SCC semifinals against the Indians.
That happened to Guilford last year in the finals.
It did against Cheshire and ultimately in the loss.
Had three posts.
Donahue plays it back to Moore. Shooting one, and a good screen set by Carson Sperry. Yet a good pad save by Nick Bergio. Moore, he'll walk in. Moore cuts to the middle, shoots high. Rebound. Oh!
Excellent work.
So Moore took the shot, and was
Derek
it Baddock?
Wow, good for him.
Derek Baddock with 5:30 to go in the second period.
Finds the ricochet that's off the glass from Ryan Moore's shot. Falls down in front of the goal. Derek Baddock able to find the hole in the goalie's defense and put it in the back of the net.
So we're back. The Suffield Wildcats used their timeout after that goal, John. An early use of the timeout by Coach Nick Borman, and maybe trying to calm his troops down because the Indians, that was a flurry of action for a few minutes in their zone. Maybe Coach trying to kill the momentum.
He must have saw something that he thought was a game changer.
Fitzgerald ties up Curtanis as the pass came across. Now in the corner, a check by Mike Thompson. Moore dives down to block the pass. Now look out, wide open chance. A pad save by Faulkner-Filosa. Good stop by Chad on the opportunity by Ryan Deneen. So Faulkner-Filosa stepping up with a few big stops here.
That's right.
Four and a half to go, second period. Set in on the goaltender, Bergio, and he gloves. And that's bad news for the Indians because Matt Horton is going to get called for that.
So Guilford will be on a penalty kill for 2 minutes with 4:32 left, second period.
Horton called for the unsportsmanlike for throwing snow in the goaltender's face when he had it covered after the whistle. Billy Ring and the penalty killing unit he locks horns with Brendan Leonardi. Motherway will have to wait. And now carried back in. Shot. Look out. Score! The puck squirted over. I believe that was Leonardi, as was kept in at the point by Petrovita. And with 4:02 to go, a power play goal has tied the game.
Sometimes you get the feeling, Dean, that when that puck just can't seem to find its way onto a Guilford stick heading into that zone, I get that sinking feeling in my stomach that it's not going to turn out good, and in this case it didn't.
Here's Sulkins. Game tied at 2 with under 4 minutes to go in the second period. That's the kind of thing that can kill you, especially in the postseason.
You come up with hitting 3 posts and then a giving up a goal on a power play on a penalty kill. Yeah, it's
no icing. Oh, they are calling icing. It bounced right over the stick of Leonardi, and they're calling it. Faceoff will come back to the Guilford zone.
It does seem to be some questionable calls here, doesn't there?
That one did bounce over the defenseman's stick. So.
Well, we keep waiting for the Suffield Wildcats to wear down.
Yeah, that's right. Again, they're used to the Enfield Twin Rinks. And we saw a game against Fermi there. Look out. Here, picking up speed. Fitzgerald has Ring. Fitzy to Ring. Oh, 2 good stops. Nick Bergio. Bergio standing tall. Flipped in by Moore. Fitzgerald, a nice centering pass to Ring, who got a stick on it. That's how the Indians scored the tying goal against Hand, with a centering pass by Fitzgerald to Ring. Here's Donahue. Donahue has Horton go to the net. Oh, and Horton got the shot on, ran into the goalie. And a penalty coming up again to Horton.
Matty Horton, you're kidding me.
Cross-checking.
Was that on the way in they're calling that? No, it couldn't have been on the way in.
I believe he's calling that because he plowed the goalie and extended his arms. That's my only guess, because him and the Suffield defenseman went each hard for the puck, but then he ran into the goaltender. And look out, redirect, just wide.
It did look to me like Matty Horton was trying to avoid the goaltender, though.
In front, good play on the defense, and just sent out of the zone. Here's Moore.
Skate it, there you go.
And Moore dumps it down the ice.
Brian Donahue on the forecheck.
Donahue, good work there, and the penalty kill here. Baddock in there as well, getting rewarded for his effort. Donahue's got to be careful, keep moving his feet so he doesn't get called for a hook. Shot over Faulkner-Filosa. Nelson backhands to the line, kept in by Jake King. And King worked it out. Oh, and it's going to be called for offsides against Suffield. So 2 minutes to go in the period. 1:10 remaining on the power play for the Wildcats. Kept in by King. Out of the zone. Here's Petrovita. Cataruzza sees an opportunity, and he is hit hard into the boards. The Guilford fans upset, letting their voices be heard. Here's Ian Stevens sending it across, and a good opportunity on the back door. Guilford able to clear it. James Mackey giving chase. Bergio comes out and plays it. Shot off the side of the cage. Fitzgerald taking that opportunity. Nice pass right on the stick of Fitzgerald by the Suffield player. A mistake there, gloved by Bergio, and the faceoff will stay in the Wildcat zone. Suffield player put it right on the stick of Jack Fitzgerald, so he got a gift to be able to carry it in like that. Cataruzza and Ring in there, final 5 seconds of the penalty kill, down to 50 seconds left in the period. Venter, and there's a backhander right on, rebound try, Faulkner-Filosa has it, and the whistle went, that's not a goal. The whistle went well before that puck went in, You could hear it seconds ahead of time with 44 seconds left. It was underneath Indian senior goaltender Faulkner Filosa, and they kept jamming at it and basically shoved the goaltender in with the puck.
That's right. Now it looks like Fitzgerald is in the box for a cross check. We're playing man down most of this period, Dean.
Well, the message in the locker room is going to be to, I'm sure, to kind of calm the emotions a little bit. At the least, there's a shot. Faulkner Filosa got a glove on it on the opportunity by Tom Padravita. Good save there by Chad. And he'll come out and lunge and cover with 25.5 to play. Face off to the Indians netminders.
Wow.
Right, and that one forward off the draw. Chance just missed the net. Good opportunity, a nice setup there in the slot to Ryan Curtanis. That's the guy they want to shoot it, and he's got to make sure he's covered. Pass into the middle. Ryan Moore, and the Indians saved by the bell, so to speak here. 1:16 left on the Fitzgerald penalty, so Suffield will have a power play to start the third period. Indians had the 2-1 lead on a goal by Derek Bannock. Gave it up when Matt Horton took a penalty, and Leonardi scored. So that's where we stand. It's going to be a good third, John, that's for sure. The Indians have to control their emotions. They can't take needless and nonsense penalties at this juncture if they want to advance. That's really the quick of it.
The sum and substance of it all.
So hopefully they'll calm down. They'll come back, get their heads back in the game, and get the job done in the final 15 minutes. After 2 periods of play, Guilford and Suffield knotted at 2. We are back for the start of third period play here from Coppell Community Sports Center on the campus of Trinity College. Indians, Wildcats knotted at 2. Final 15 minutes. Indians still have 1 minute 15 seconds to kill of a Jack Fitzgerald penalty. Picked up by Curtanis. Flipped in. Nelson gets there first. Sends it out of the zone. Indians have to play a much more disciplined period if they're going to win this one. They cannot continue to be shorthanded.
That was the message delivered in halftime, during between periods, Dean.
Coach Russo did not look happy coming off the ice at the end of the last period. Look out! That shot, that hit Billy Ring.
Almost redirected that.
Almost redirected it past Faulkner Filosa. Now Doyle backhands it out of the zone. Jake King gets it in the zone. Nelson gets it out. Under 30 seconds left on the power play. Nice pass on the line. Good hit there by Moore. Leaves it. That's King. King tries to get it through screen. Could not. Billy Ring carries it out, and he's hit. Knocked down by Motherway. Nelson, he'll send it all the way down on goal. Bergio plays it aside. That's Horton. Indians at full strength. Horton hammered into the boards. No call.
Boy, Matty Horton's got to be wondering what's going on now.
Here's Mackey. And a good play by Fitzgerald. Could be a 2-on-1 if they hurry. Fitzgerald trying to get to it. Horton to help him out. Fitzgerald goes all the way to the boards with the Suffield player as well. That was King. Venter steps up, gives it to Salkins. Venter hustles back. He's got Cataruzza with him. Pass to Horton, kept in at the left point.
There's a point of it. Oh boy.
Sent across. Munson, look out. Here's a chance. Cataruzza, the defenseman, carrying it in, leaving it for Salkins as he lost it there at the last second. So the Indians lost their chance. And now a whistle, and I believe it's offsides.
So now Russo will put out the first line.
The officials cleaned up some slush by the Guilford net.
That little 30-second delay gave the players a chance to rest on the bench.
Yep. Both sides, but
right.
Indians went with the first line and an icing against the Wildcats. .12:18 to go, third period. Dean Cornelio, John Knapp, Jeff Horton with you here from Trinity College in Hartford with a CIAC Division II quarterfinal game. Guilford, the number 1 seed. Suffield, the number 8 seed. The winner advances to play the Wiltner Trumbull. Shot deflected wide.
It's going to be a penalty. Penalty on the Wildcats.
And holding the call.
So Guilford will have a power play with 12:04 left, third period. Score knotted at 2.
And it's the Wildcats with it. That's Stevens, shorthanded, held up by Venter. Cataruza trying to reverse it to Venter. Doyle comes in to help out. Puck still loose. Mackey plays it back, and it's Venter. Here's Doyle. Suffield, a good job on the forecheck here. Deep, they're trying to bottle up the Indians from the breakout play. Mackey reaches the line, carries in. Doyle going to the net. Had the puck knocked away from him. Cataruza steps up, tripped up. And the Wildcats clear the zone. Guilford has 1:10 left of power play time. Just over 11 minutes to play in the third. Still tied at 2. Jack Fitzgerald. Fitz cuts to his backhand. Now circles. Again cuts back. Shoots. Cataruza has the open side. Oh, and a stop by Bergio. Cataruza trying to get a handle on it. If he was able to one-time that, it might have gone in. But there's another opportunity by Fitzgerald, who gets a third bang at it. Fourth bang. Horton in there, too. Ring. Billy plays it back to Venter. Venter shoots. And Bergio somehow kept it out of there. 30 seconds left on the power play. Horton battling. Venter knocks it down. Winds, fires. There's a chance again off the crossbar. That's the 4th time they've hit iron. 3 posts and a crossbar. Cataruza gets it across. Venter keeps it in. Top of the circle, fires it. How many chances are they going to get? And the Wildcats clear. Good pressure that time, though, John. Oh, big hit. Cataruza stood up. His cage nearly knocked off. Horton at the net. It was Fitzgerald. Sent near boards. Cataruza will keep it in. Wrister wide. Donahue out there. Line of physical presence. Venter the shot. That was blocked. And off the glass, down the ice. That'll go for icing against Suffield. So faceoff will come back in the Wildcat zone.
Right. I tell you, I think Guilford had plenty of opportunities in that power play. Could not capitalize, I'm afraid. It gives the Wildcats a little momentum now going deep into this third period.
9:31 to go. Mackey will take the faceoff against Tyler Powers. Mackey won it back cleanly to Moore. Moore blocked. Sent into the corner. Powers and Salkins. Now good play by Moore to just glove it out of danger. Sent low by Curtanis. That's Doyle. Doyle gets it out, and that's going to go for icing against the Indians. Brian Donahue to face it off against Max Marson. Marson won it. Here's Baddock, who has one of the Indians' goals tonight. Ryan Moore. Moore, who scored against Han in our last broadcast. Moore able to play that out of the front of the net despite being down on his knees. Carson Sperry in there. Here's Donahue. Look out, pass out in front, broken up by Nelson. Baddock with it. Baddock shouldered off the puck. Donahue, Indians delayed offsides. Dumped in. Moore will get there first. Played around for Baddock. Out to center. Tenzar. Nice pass.
2-on-1.
Carried in Marson. He tried to get it through the D. Moore hit both his skates and didn't get through. Shot, look out, tipped. Oh, great opportunity.
Wow.
How that didn't go in. It was Dylan Rupp. Faulkner Filosa. Sprawling across. Rupp back for it now. Rupp has it. About halfway through the third. And Indians are fortunate because behind the defense was number 22, Ian Stevens. And the talk at the far line, now Billy Ring was Indians thought interfere with, and no call. By the same token, they're fortunate they didn't get caught napping.
That's right.
With Stevens behind the defense. Fitzgerald wins the faceoff, shoots, and he missed high. Here's Cataruzza. Zach winds and fires it. Fitzgerald still down, slow to get up. And that's Cataruzza. Zach has it his own line, plays it back to Venter. Nice pass up for Fitzgerald. Fitzy anticipates that, cuts it in the middle, shoots one, Horton the rebound! Oh, Nick Bergio twice closed the door with 6:58 to go, and the game remains tied at 2. James Mackey on the draw. Mackey has it. Pass across, off of Cataruzza, that's going to be allowed to play on. No icing. Cataruzza gets it up to Salkins. Could be a 3-on-2 if they hurry. Salkins, Doyle, and Mackey. But good hustle back by Curtanis. Sent around by Tyler Powers. Nelson has it. Cranks it. That was blocked by Curtanis. Here's Venter. And again, it comes around on the near side boards. 6 minutes to go. That'll go for icing against the Cats.
Well, Dean, we thought it would come down to the last 5 minutes of the third period, and here we are.
Moore trying to get it through screen. Moore has it again, shoots! That was a knuckler at the net, and Bergio made a stop. Moore nearly surprised them with that one, John.
Guilford's got to be careful getting too far deep.
Nelson. That's Pedravita, number 20. Oh, knocked down. Look out. There's a charge and a trip the other way. No call, so pretty much negated. Look out. That's a breakaway for the Cats. A delayed penalty coming up to Guilford. They score! Ian Stevens puts it in 5-hole on the delayed penalty. In on Faulkner Filosa with 5:25 to go on the turnover. And Stevens puts Suffield ahead.
Unfortunately, I think Chad was expecting a little more emphasis on that shot, Dean. It was almost like a changeup that caught Chad a little flat-footed.
How many times have we seen the Indians in this predicament of late?
Right.
This could be one too many times.
That's right.
Venter across to Cataruzza. Off the boards to Doyle. Flips it in. Bergio's going to hang on as Mackey comes hustling into the zone, and the faceoff will stay deep. And one forward by Mackey. Bergio had to be alert on that. Salkins plays it down to James. Sent around near side. This Suffield team has 11 seniors, John. They're a senior-laden team. Cataruzza shoots. Indians have 7. Doyle being one of them as he just reached for that puck. Set in. Suffield's going to play this one smart. This is what they do and trying to protect the lead now. They did it the other night. They were up 3-1 after 2 periods. Two-goal leaders. Donahue. Donahue with a chance. Catarusa following up, and they couldn't gather the puck in. Good play there by Salkins to break up the pass. And Garrett gets it in the zone, takes the check. Baddock. Donahue, gloved by Bergio. 4:17 to go. But this is what Suffield did in the last game in their victory, the 3-1 victory over Fairfield Ward Ludlow. Got the lead early and just held on and played defense. This is what they want. They want this late so they can hang on. Fitzgerald back to Nelson. Nelson, that's blocked. You got to be careful shooting right into the shin pads. Here's Moore. Moore keeps it on the same boards. There's 2 Wildcats there and a third spun around. Nelson over here. Fitzgerald has to come back for it. Gets it up to Ring. Billy trying to work it free. Indians have to move. Indians all bunched up. Faulkner also thought about coming out after it. Thompson there. Thompson, he's got 9 goals on the season, 15 points for Suffield. Munson with it. Munson a good job killing some time. Ring can't work it free. Big hit there by Nelson. Knocks his man down. Ryan Moore. And there's a chance for Fitzgerald walking in. Score! Jack Fitzgerald has tied it with 3:22 to go. What a pass out of the zone, right on the tape. And Jack Fitzgerald answers with 3:22 to play.
Jack Fitzgerald able to skate it in and completely fooled the goaltender. Did a quick forehand, dragged it over to his backhand and flipped it behind him.
So, 3-3, 3:22 to go. Trying to get around Nelson, the shot.
This game's not over yet, Dean.
Definitely not. Bounces wide. Curtanis to the line, not out. Curtanis.
Ryan Moore with the assist on the goal.
He made that pass. Look out. Pass in front off a skate.
Oh.
To the point, winding, shooting. Again off a skate. Indians have to shore up that defensive zone. Mackey off the boards and out. That's Doyle. And it goes into the Guilford bench for a whistle with 2:33 to play. 2:33 to play in the third. The Suffield goaltender has gotten himself some new lumber after breaking a stick. Horton. Catarusa hit at the line. And Suffield was offsides. Fitzgerald unit out there. One forward, Ring after it. And Bergio. Look out. Ring gets all post. And then Horton gets hit afterwards. The official may send both of them. That's my guess. He's not going to award a power play here probably this late in the game.
I'm not so sure.
I could be wrong, and I think I am. Am I? Holding has been indicated against Mike Thompson. It looked initially like the official was pointing at multiple players.
Right.
And they're still discussing.
I didn't see any retaliation by Guilford. It looked like Guilford's going to call a timeout here to discuss this, but it looks like Guilford will be on a power play for 2 minutes. 2:10 left, third period. Tie score, 3-3. Well, Dean, they're going to make it exciting, aren't they?
We're back for the final 2:10. The Indians are going to be on a power play here. Let's hope this game ends. They don't want another overtime situation as we go back to see the Jack Fitzgerald line out. 2:10 to play. Indians on the power play for pretty much the remainder of the game. Derek Nelson will keep it in. Set across. Horton will go after it. Fitzgerald has it. Jack has the point man open. Moore thinking about stepping in. Indians lost it. Suffield clears the zone. Here's Nelson. Right off of Ring's stick. Here's Horton. Horton has Fitzgerald coming late. Trail the play. And Moore keeps it in the zone. Now it's fired down. Nelson. Across, Ring. Plays it to Moore. Ryan Moore looks up, winds and slaps it in. Bergio makes the glove save. Horton and Fitzgerald going hard to the net. No rebound. A minute 16 to go. 1:06 on the power play. Horton quickly off the face-off win by Fitzgerald. Nelson, he'll shoot one right on. Here's Moore at the hash marks. Fitzgerald covering for him. And Fitz will take it at center on the clear. Good pass over to the open side to Moore. Indians need to get to the net here. Kind of watching Ryan Moore. 50 seconds left.
I think they're saving it for the last shot, Dean.
Let's hope. Indians have had some late heroics. There's a shot short side. Bergio the save. We've seen some late goals by the likes of Jack Fitzgerald in overtime against Wethersfield.
Right.
By Matt Doyle in overtime against Newtown. By John Venter to tie a game with 8 seconds to go before losing one in overtime. So there has been some late game heroics. One back for Ryan Moore. He'll shoot one right on. Rebound is there. Bergio the stop. The defenseman laying on the Indians player after knocking him down. That's Horton who's underneath the play. The takedown by Tom Pedravita. And Pedravita added a little extra pepper after that one.
Giving him the business on the ice.
23 seconds left in the power play. 32.5 to go in the third period. Tied at 3. Suffield wins the faceoff. Ring. Fitzgerald steps up, keeps it in, top of the circle, has Moore at the point, gets it back to him. Moore shoots, it's Ryan Moore with 18 seconds to go! A power play goal! And it's 4-3 Guilford!
Ryan Moore picks the puck up near the blue line, looking for a player down low, doesn't see anything, takes a slap shot over the glove of the Suffield goalie.
Ryan Moore, a goal and 2 assists. Jack Fitzgerald, another goal and 2 assists.
Wow.
And the Indians get the lead with 18 seconds to go. Moore reaches the line and dumps it in. Smart play there.
Guilford's got to be careful here.
Doyle takes the hit. Final 7 seconds. Nelson shoots, and time is going to run. Not quite. 0.9. 0.9. And the Guilford Indians, look, they're going to advance and face the winner of Wilton and Trumbull, the 4-5 game. So, what a contest here tonight. Suffield had all the momentum going. Indians tied it with 3:22 to go. Jack Fitzgerald with the tying goal. I mentioned some late game heroics.
That's right.
And Ryan Moore answered the call on this night.
They did put 2 seconds left back.
Yeah, because the
puck, the delayed clock.
Right.
Yeah.
And time runs out. That's it. The Guilford Indians win their quarterfinal matchup by a score of 4-3. So a number of heroes tonight, including Chad Faulkner-Filosa.
That's right. A scoring led off by Matty Horton. First period.
That's right. Horton and Baddock got a big goal.
That's right.
Derek Baddock.
Sophomores contributing. When did Derek get his? Second period.
Second period goal.
Right.
That made it 2-1 Indians, and Suffield answered right away and got their own power play tally.
That's right.
So a great game here tonight. Suffield with a great showing. This is difficult for them and their 11 seniors, their last game.
And boy, there's all sorts of stuff going on down there now.
So 11 seniors have played their last game for the Suffield Wildcats. The Indians with 7 seniors move on and advance for the second straight season. And they will play at Yale, at the Whale, at Ingalls.
Right.
So that'll be a semifinal contest against either Wilton or Trumbull to be determined. They're both playing this evening as well.
It'll be their third year in a row in the semifinals.
That's right. The Indians have gone back-to-back to the state finals.
That's
so
right.
Final Four again. So Principal Macenti down there shouting the old Final Four message as we see in full view. And again, a great contest. We expected a close one, and we were not disappointed.
Oh, no, that's right. That's right.
And we're going to try and come back, John, with some post-game reaction. I don't think we're done here yet. So we'll get some post-game stuff for you. Indians a winner 4-3. Ryan Moore lighting the lamp on a slapper from the left point with 18 seconds to play. Wins it on the power play. So we'll be back with more in just a moment. Back with Indians defenseman Ryan Moore. Got the game winner tonight with just 18 seconds left on the power play. Ryan described that play as, you know, we were talking about some heroes in previous games. It was you tonight. Talk about how that play developed.
Well, Fitzy gave me a great pass up to the point. I mean, we were just trying to get shots to the net. We've been working on that since day one, just getting shots to the net from the points on the power play. Just lucky that one got by the goalie and went in the net.
Did you see an opening up top, or did you just try and get it?
I fired it. I didn't.
Just fired it.
I saw traffic in front of the net. I just fired it.
And you also had 2 assists on the game. Specifically, you guys are down 3-2, and you tie it with just under 3.5 minutes to go. You made that outlet pass to Fitzgerald. Talk about what you saw there.
I was tired. It was a long shift towards the end of the shift, and I just saw Fitzgerald and Horton breaking up the ice. I knew one of them, 2 fast kids. If I threw it out there, that one of them would get it, and luckily Fitzgerald got it and put it in.
Big play there, and a huge last 4 minutes for you guys. During the game, I mean, obviously we kind of expected a close one, and that's exactly what we had. First period even, and then you guys really killing off a number of penalties in that second where the game seemed to start getting away from you.
Yeah, there's way too many penalties, which has been a problem this year throughout the whole year. But we've been lucky killing off a lot of penalties. Haven't been giving up a lot of power play goals, so just got to keep that going in the next 2 games, hopefully. And
when you needed your goaltender to step up, he seemed to tonight. And you guys had a lot of posts at the other end, but Chad made some big saves behind you.
Chad's had a great season. That was one of the best performances he's had all night. SCC's versus Hand, he had a great performance. Right. He's been keeping us in this single-handedly. We just gave him the game puck too, because he won that game for us.
Deserved it. And now you play either Wilton or Trumbull. It seems like a similar road, very similar road to last year.
Trumbull, I think they're beating Wilton.
Well, then this would be an exact road to last year, because you beat Suffield first, then Trumbull. After the performance tonight, what do you think? Anything you guys need to kind of shore up? Obviously the intensity was there, maybe the penalties. What do you think?
One thing, we got to get the first goal. That's it.
First goal, and then you guys can carry it out from there. Let's hope that's the case. Great job tonight. We'll be back with Chad Faulkner-Filosa with more. All right, we're back with Indians goaltender Chad Faulkner-Filosa. Received the game puck tonight, as Ryan Moore just told us. Congratulations. Big performance for you tonight. What have you been trying to work on as we've come closer to playoff time here and trying to, get your game as consistent as possible?
I've been trying to work on my movement side to side, because that happened a lot in the Hand game, and that's how they scored pretty much all their goals. So I've been trying to do that, trying to work on my positioning, just so I don't have to move around as much, work as much, just so that I'm in the right position, and it just hits me when I go down. So.
Able to see it well tonight. The defense seemed to be clearing it well in front of you. Not too many men in front blocking your view.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. I mean, of course, on the penalties,
right,
there's people in front and stuff, but I mean, yeah, they definitely did really well. So.
More a goal and 2 assists tonight, in addition to defensively, and then scoring that game winner. A huge performance by him.
Yeah, he did really well. I mean, in the beginning, he made a mistake which cost us, but then he picked it right back up. He didn't let it get to him. He went and made a big difference. So.
And you were talking about the men in front of the penalties. The second period, things started to get away from you guys a little bit, penalty after penalty, and you were able to somehow only allow 1 goal and allow them to tie it. But at least it remained tied going into the final 15. How important was that, killing off 4 straight penalties?
I mean, it's always important to stop the puck, give your team the best chance you can have, that they can have. And I mean, I just tried to do my best. Whatever happened, happened. I couldn't do anything to change anything after it happened. So.
And going into that last intermission, what was the message to the team going into the third, and what you eventually guys pulled it out?
I mean, we've been talking about the same things over and over again, so we knew what we had to do, and we decided to like stop talking about it and actually do it. So.
You guys as seniors, obviously that always comes down. Suffield had 11 seniors. You guys have 7 seniors. A lot of seniors here out on the ice. Does that, as the time's ticking down and it's close, you want to advance, does that play in your mind, like, I don't want this to be my last game?
Yeah, definitely. I've been worrying about it all week, knowing that this could be my last game, and not knowing if I'd play hockey again. So, I mean, that's definitely motivating people to.
Well, you managed to live another day, so great job with that, and we hope you can come back with the same performance in the semifinals at Yale. All right, we're back with Indians forward Derek Baddick, another goal scorer here tonight. I want to talk to him a little bit. Derek, talk about your goal. You had the one in the second period that gave your team a 2-1 lead off a pass from Ryan Moore. Talk about how that play developed.
Yeah, so Ryan Moore was at the point on the right side. Passed to me. It was on the left side of the goal. Put it in.
And, you know, one of your strengths of your game is the physical play. And talk about how you turn it around and kind of what you learned. When, you know, we go back to earlier in the season, you drew a 5-minute penalty, and you were pretty upset about that, understandably so, out of game. Talk about how your game kind of changed after that, what you kind of tried to focus on, you know, in terms of being able to control that, your emotion.
When I came back after that 5-minute penalty, I just had to go as hard as I could, trying to get back on the ice, you know, in practice, going hard all the time. You know, finally got back on, showed the coach what I could do.
Right, and you've been able to keep it under control, much to your credit. In this game tonight, again, you guys, close one, you're up 2-1, and then the penalties start happening. What was going on there with, and you guys able to kill it off? That was a positive, but is the discipline a little bit of a concern at times?
I don't understand the discipline of the penalties. We get all these crazy penalties. It's way too much. Definitely need to keep it under control.
But after they tied it, how important was it after all those penalties to keep it tied going into the locker room?
It was super important.
And what was the message to you guys in that locker room?
Message was like, you guys all know what to do. Just got to go do it.
Third period, you fall down 3-2. Again, late in the game, Jack scores a big goal as he has all season with his offense. Talk about his proficiency in that goal. What you guys are thinking on the bench?
Thinking, yeah, you know, we just scored.
But in terms of Jack and his play, I mean, it's got to be a pleasure being able to not just play with him, but watch some of the things he can do as well and what you can learn from him.
Learn, just go hard, you know. Got to get his work ethic from him. He works hard in practice all the time, no matter what he's doing.
And you guys have one more, you know, you got hopefully one more, hopefully 2 more, but you got Trumbull coming up, as it was confirmed, as you told me before the interview here. And as you see this game here, what do you think the team needs to focus on next game in order to be successful in the semifinals?
I'm going to need to focus on penalties and keeping it in control their end and scoring more goals.
Maybe the first goal is more suggested?
Yeah, definitely got to get that first goal.
All right, well, great game for yourself tonight. We hope it continues, and we'll be back with head coach Ralph Russo in just a moment. All right, we're back with Indians head coach Ralph Russo after a successful quarterfinal game, coach. So a real nail-biter, 18 seconds left. It must have been just a real feeling of relief when Ryan Moore put that one in.
Well, it's a great feeling to win a game, emotional roller coaster game. Geez, you know, you work on stuff all year. You know, you're playing for a moment, a big game like this. You want to come out there and you want to play a perfect game. And it really wasn't a perfect game. It was a sloppy game. You know, there was a few mental mistakes. There's a few penalties. There's, you know, some things that you know are going to put you in a bad way. And, you know, the great thing is just we survived it, and they found that they regrouped themselves enough to make the big play when they needed to. So, but my goodness, what an emotional roller coaster on that bench. Show everyone our hearts are up and down, the whole bench, and man, it's great that we could pull that out.
And we just had Derek Baddick on, and Derek, of course, you were telling me before we went on tonight, had kind of a rough week, but what was your message to him? And he kind of proved to you, yeah, I belong out there.
You know, it's a long season. Guys got to go up and down, you know, their performance, and everything from academics to personal things can affect kids' play. And, you know, Derek had a tough couple days of practice. You know, he wasn't moving his feet well. The line was out of sync. Things weren't working right. And I talked to him after practice. I'm like, Derek, what's going on? He told me he wasn't feeling good. He was sick. And, he told me, he looked at me and said, you know what, Coach, I'm feeling better. I know tomorrow is going to be a better day for me. And he came out yesterday in practice, and he had a good practice, and he went out in this game and did a nice job.
Well, I guess he answered answered about as good as anybody could.
That's right.
And tonight you had a couple, in terms of offensive performances, a couple real good performances. Jack Fitzgerald with a goal and 2, Ryan Moore with a goal and 2. Talk about them. You couldn't have asked probably for a better guy to be on a breakaway down a goal when Jack Fitzgerald picked up that pass from Moore.
Wow, yeah, because it was like the time was ticking down, and it was getting to the crunch time, and that was definitely a must-have. And it's great. Sometimes you do learn from your prior experiences, and I know Fitzy had a couple early in the hand game, and we talked about it. We talked about the idea of when to deke, when to shoot. And you know what? He made the right read on that one. He went in. He was looking to shoot that goalie. That he took it to the backhand and put it right by him. So that's a great adjustment for him. And that's what what's fun about working with the team and young players with some good talent. You see them grow and get better.
And you mentioned him beating the goalie, and I would be completely remiss if I didn't mention Chad Faulkner-Filosa. And you guys gave him the game puck tonight. Again, stepping up big time. Talk about his performance.
Man, that was beautiful. The first period. The game's been the balance, and he stops a breakaway. Then he stops another difficult play that just comes out of the corner, and it looks like the play's over, but it keeps coming to the net, and he deflects it away from the goal. And then the second period, we are down, playing shorthanded, and he's stopping pucks, and he's taking control of rebounds. Man, what a way to come. 4 years for this kid has been absolutely amazing. To see him grow and reach the level he's achieved is just phenomenal.
And I believe we've been told you're playing Trumbull in the next round. I believe that's been confirmed at least by a couple players. So a very similar road to an exact road from last year. You had Suffield first round, won that game. Now you got Trumbull again, second round. After this one, what's going to be your message going into that game for them on Monday night?
First thing we want to do is get on the ice tomorrow and kind of just get a nice skate, get the lactic acid out, and just get in the flow again. We'll start strategizing a little bit, and then on Sunday we'll practice again and get ready for this game Monday night. Not a lot of turnarounds. I think right now I want to hopefully get a good night's sleep tonight. The kids can sleep in tomorrow because it's Saturday, and we'll get a skate tomorrow night and a skate Sunday afternoon.
I know you wanted the first goal tonight. You didn't get it. How important is the first goal in the semifinal, though?
Well, anytime you can get the first goal, I'll take it. And you know what? That's a challenge for us that we can still go for here. It's like, hey, let's go get the first goal. Let's not look back in the game. And, sometimes you got to do it the hard way. And, these guys, they work through it, though.
And they absolutely did. Congratulations on a great win tonight. And we're looking forward to bringing the next one with you. And that's going to wrap it up from here from Trinity. For Jeff Horton and for John Knapp, I'm Dean Cornelio. Once again, tonight's final, a goal by Ryan Moore with 18 seconds to play, wins it for the Indians 4-3. We'll be back with a semifinal matchup next time as the Indians face off against Trumbull. Good night from Hartford.